Welcome to President's News on Wednesday, the 7th of December. As you can see, unfortunately, not yet in the new Clubhouse. I'll come back to that later. We'll start off with athletic events over the weekend. So on Saturday, we had the Kent Masters Cross Country Championship over at Dartford and another good performance by the club, particularly in the men's 60 group, where we not only had the overall winner of the event in Roger Bezic, but we also won the team prize. With Roger making up the team were Steve Pearman and Luigi Arcuri. So well done, gentlemen. I gather Roger led from start to finish. There were a couple of other awards that we got there as well. Mr. Ken Daniels made a dramatic comeback and took second place in the men's 70 Masters. I think even he was surprised. He was almost on his way home before they stopped him and told him he had to come and collect his prize. Congratulations, Ken. Great return. We hope we see more of you. And then finally, Ashley Pearson was third in the ladies 35. So congratulations to Ashley as well. In the men's 40, it was another exciting competition. Last year, Mika Evans had won the event. But this year, despite a very good run, he could only come in sixth. And then there was good grouping from the rest of the team. Greg Firth was in 21st, Ian Scott 23rd, and Steve Howe was in 31st. And it was very, very close between us and Medway and Maidstone for third place, but they just pipped us. But good run from those folk. And thanks also to Jason Mears and Maz Turner who ran. So that was Saturday. On Sunday, of course, we had the mob match. We had 35 runners set out from the start at the by Sparrow's Den there, or up Boundary Wood and round for the 7.5 miles. It was a mob match against Orion. So of the 35 runners, unfortunately, they had 22 and we had 13. And this led to a bit of a debate at the start as to how many runners should count, whether it should be 10 or 11. But since mob matches are really as much about quantity as quality, we decided that it would be fairer. They turned with 22 that we made it 11. Anyway, so it is about quality as well as quantity. And in terms of quality, the club certainly did well. We had the first 4 runners home were all from Blackheath, so that was excellent. So those were Darren Cornai, Steve Cooper, Steve Howe, and Ian Scott. So well done to you, gentlemen. And after that, we had Jessica Keane coming in 7th, Steve Evenden was 11th, and Ashley Pearson was 12th. So at that stage, we were pretty well placed. And then, unfortunately, SLH packed the middle of the pack, broken only by, I think, Steve Pearman and Jason Mears. They broke up them a bit. And finally, our last qualifying scoring team member home was Luigi Arcuri, who finished in 27th place. Because by then, we'd got 11 runners in, but they'd had 17, and they just won the match by 6 points. So congratulations to Orion. Interestingly, if we had opted for 10 to score, we would have won the match by 4 points. But such is life. Such is life. The event, of course, was also the club 7.5 mile championship. And so that means that Darren is our club champion, with Steve Cooper second and Steve Howe third. It's good to see Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper is a long-standing club member who lives quite a way away, and it was really great to see him bother to come all this way for the mob match. And congratulations to him on a great run. The ladies 7.5 mile champion is Jessica Keane, who, as I mentioned, was 7th overall with Ashley Pearson. I mean, both were in the top third of the field. Great run in the mixed field. Well done, ladies. So that was a Bennett Cup event as well. It won't surprise you to hear that Ashley won the handicap prize for that race, and Jessica was third. And in between them in second on handicap was Jim Phelan. So we've now had 3 events in the Bennett Cup competition. And at the end of those 3 events, Steve Howe is up front with 63 points, followed by Luigi Arcuri in 60 points, and Steve Pearman in 50 points. So that's good. Thanks to all the marshals and officials for turning out, and thanks to the runners who turned out. I hope we can get a few more runners out next Saturday at Chingford. That match. The start time for that is been moved to 2 o'clock from 2:30. So you need to be there by 1:30 to register. And I hope we can get a good crowd together to run there and give Orion a run for their money. Okay. Moving on to events in a slightly warmer climate, we had the Valencia Marathon at the weekend, and there were 4 club members running. Steve overall was out there on pace making duties, but then we had 3 club members who were running often to get qualifying times for London. Blair Wilson came home first in 2 hours 38 minutes and 58 seconds. That secured his London Championship place. He'd missed out on it at the London Marathon by just 90 seconds. So he had to make the trip all out of Valencia to qualify. It was quite an expensive 90 seconds. Finton Parkinson came agonizingly close after experiencing a few cramps in the last couple of miles. He finished not far behind Blair in a time of 2 hours, 40 minutes and 58 seconds. Not exactly what you wanted, Finton, but still a very great run, and you got plenty of opportunities to notch up something a bit quicker if that's what you need. And the third member out there that completed was Paul Sharp. He had some issues with his luggage getting out there, and he only just made the start, I understand, and he managed to complete it in 3 hours and 9 seconds. So that's a bit frustrating, Paul, I imagine, but you're close to that sub 3 hour. You know, give it another couple of goes. I understand that all 3 of you enjoyed the beers and the tapas afterwards. So well done to you all. Finally, we also had the Oxford versus Cambridge university race at Wimbledon Common over the weekend, and I think we had a couple of club members running in that. I believe Angus Harrington might have been running, but I haven't heard how he got on. But on the ladies' side, Neve Bridson Hubbard not only ran but won the ladies cross country, and now Neve has been, I think she's been taken part in this event about 6 times. She's doing a PhD, and I think this is also the 2nd time she's won it. So many congratulations to her. And she runs for Cambridge, and it was the Cambridge ladies team came out on top, as I believe also did the men's. Turning then finally to Park Run, we had 43 runners out this weekend at 14 different locations. Near the top of the field at the Blandford Park Run, the Sugdens, young Thomas was first for the men, and I think it's Mum Katie was first for the ladies. So congratulations to the Sugdens. The other first place we had was Robert Perry at the Marlow Park Run. At Bromley, we had young Joe Scaines came in 2nd for the men, and Katie Murray came in 2nd for the ladies. Joe, you haven't got Blackheath and Bromley registered as your club on Park Run, so if you can do that, it'll make it a little easier for us to track your results. John Isaacs was also running at Bromley, and amazingly, I mean, for a man of his age, sorry, John, 83% age grade achievement, and a sub 26-minute park run. Needless to say, it took the over 80 record. So great run, John. Very, very impressive. However, John is not my hero of the week. My hero of the week goes to John Turner, who ran a park run on Saturday morning. He turned up to do the Kent Masters on Saturday afternoon, and he turned up on Sunday morning to run the mob match. John, well done. That's club spirit at its very best. So looking ahead, future events. I've mentioned the Orion mob match. It would be great to try and get a good turnout there. Guys back from Valencia and others, maybe sacrifice your Saturday morning park run for something a little more exciting over at Chingford. So the details of the venue, the postcode and so forth are all on the Facebook page. So have a look at that. Club Together in Cars, and I shall be over there. We won the Vets Trophy last year, so very least we need to do is retain that. I'm looking for some sort of victories in the cross countries. So that's this Saturday. Next Wednesday at Old Beck's, we're going to have the draw for the club's London Marathon places. So we've got 3 club places in the draw, and any member who's been rejected from the London ballot and upon proof of their rejection is eligible to enter into the draw and may get one of the club places. So you need to get those rejection slips to me or to Nick Barber before next Wednesday. The draw will take place at 8:30. So you want all the excitement of being there to see if you've got a place. Turn up at Beck's at 8:30. The week after, 21st, of course, we've got the Christmas supper at Beckerhamians, meal, bar, carols, a raffle, the 300 Club. So it'd be good to see a good crowd there. Tickets from Jerry Alger. Jerry's details are again on Facebook. Right, I said at the beginning, I give you a quick update. I had hoped that this week we would have possession, if not use, of the full operational sense of the new clubhouse. Unfortunately, there's a number of issues that need to be addressed before we can take it over. And the actual handover has been deferred a few times now. At the moment, we're hoping it may be tomorrow. And if it is tomorrow, then I will try certainly tomorrow or Friday to get in there and do a President's Extra from there to give people a little bit of a preview. There'll be a lot of fitting out work still to do before we can certainly use the bar and the cafeteria areas, but hopefully we'll get the changing rooms open sooner rather than later. So fingers crossed on that. Now, the clubhouse is nearly ready. We're still looking for assistance with funding. We've got 7 debentures left. So if you want a debenture, £10,000 debenture, get in touch with me. We'll also accept a consortium of people clubbing together to have a debenture. 2 people at 5,000 or 10 people at 1,000. If you want to form a little consortium, you'd be welcome to a debenture on that basis. And don't forget, there's also the opportunity to donate to the club when we've got a matched donations offer on at the moment. One of our club members has very generously offered to double any donations between now and the end of the year, up to a total of £10,000. Now, it may well be, hopefully you've all noticed that the renewal notice for your membership has arrived in your email inboxes this week. And this would be an opportunity. Not only can you renew your membership, but you can add a donation, which you can gift aid on that. That might be an opportunity. And then we get it doubled up as well. So for every £100 you get, we could potentially end up with £225. So bear that in mind. So that's it. Maybe there may be a President's Extra. I hope there is later in the week. But if not, well, until next week, goodbye.